record. Let's just chat for a second, man. Holy shit, dude. This is dude. Have you seen what is called Graham?
Hold on. Let's if we're gonna do it, even if it's not official, let's go back to our roots here for a second.
What?
We're back, baby.
This is the Obviously Complicated podcast. Obviously complicated through different weird shit. I'm your host, Dave Borowski. This is your co-host, Will.
Hi. Back again.
Back again. This is so fucking silly. This is so dumb that we have to keep fucking doing all of this weird shit to figure out how to do this. Oh, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. So, I've been getting kind of booked actually recently. Oh, I didn't tell you this funny story. This is probably right up there for hate speech and awful things for the podcast. So I was working with this 20-year-old black girl.
We're good for those as far as YouTube is concerned.
Well, I mean, we just can't say the F word or the N word for at least the first few minutes. So
F word.
Contain yourself. The F word's the one that I say about the queer community, despite being a part of it. No, so I was working with this girl, and I can't remember what she said. She said some really racist shit about white people. She's a little 20-year-old black girl. It was raised by
this girl shorty was just talking to me about when I was on my way back to the cribbo.
Yeah, and you asked me, is she fine? And I was like, that's the black way to ask, is she hot?
Yeah, is the response that I got, in case the audience was wondering.
But, so...
couldn't have been the only one curious.
I can't remember what she said. She was just like, oh, no, I date, a black guy because, white dudes' penises are small, fucking white people. Something like that level of, fucking ignorant and racist about white people. I can't remember if that was the specific thing, but it is the funnier thing to say. It may have been about seasoning, I think.
That one, a quick non sequitur. Well, not necessarily a non sequitur. Quick tangent, I think, is actually the appropriate verbiage. But
yeah.
But I will say this: seasoning jokes are played out. Have been for years. We know white people don't season their food. Oh, it's no longer fun to make fun of them.
I fucking do.
Help.
I do.
Exception proves the rule, though. The fact that you require defense is I know these motherfuckers don't, but I do.
Yeah, that's racist. To assume that everybody of a race does a thing, that's,
I would consider it more prejudice, because it's not coming from a place of hate. I mean, I hate y'all food, but I don't hate you.
Well,
I'm lying. Green bean casserole does actually slap.
No, but here was my point. I was she said something that was overtly racist. I don't know. It was about dick size or spice. I can't remember. But I was just well, dude, that's kind of racist. You can't just group all people from one race into a category and say that they're all a thing. That's fucking racist. And that's not cool. And this little 20-year-old girl looked at me and she was like, oh, you can't be racist to white people. They're not minorities. And I was like in the world? Or... Because
y'all still not minorities.
Because in the world, the most people there are Asians. You can still be racist to an Asian, right?
I have witnessed it.
Yeah, so you can be racist to anybody.
You got one of our favorite comics kicking off SNL.
Yeah, you can. But I'm just saying, you can be racist to anybody who has a fucking race. You know what I mean?
I think that is the I think that's the qualifier for being a victim of racism. You know what I mean? Have one, right?
Yeah. And then be hated, unfairly for it. Yeah, but like she couldn't wrap her head around this concept because she was like raised in like a rich black family that lived in Austin. She like grew up in Austin as a rich little girl, and it's like, dude, she fucking, dude, she asked me, she was like, is it offensive to you to be called a hick? And I was like, yeah, because I'm not one. Like, and she was like,
bro, I'm from the Northeast.
Well, I grew up in a fucking small town in Lower Delaware. And she was like, so you're a hick, right? And I was like...
But you're still from the Northeast, bro. Like, that's different. Growing up in a small town in Delaware is different than growing up in a small town in Alabama. Like...
Yeah, but also, like, my thing was that, like, I was a punk kid even then.
You got fake rednecks in Lower Delaware at best.
I used to kick the shit out of them for fun. We called it hunting for bigots. Like... She thought that, like, any white person that was not in a major city was already immediately racist and, like, a hick. And I was like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're sheltered is what's happening.
Hold on. Because I
she started asking the other white people that worked there. She was
I want to give her some credence, right? Because as a person who's grew up in the suburbs rather than inside the actual major metropolitan area.
Yeah.
Right? Motherfuckers be sneak dissing like a bitch. Trying to act like they don't. Therefore, it led me for a long time to believe all y'all motherfuckers is a little shady.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Here's my other thing about it. She was like, well, I'm the only person of color that works here. Meanwhile, we have Veronica that works there who is fucking from Panama.
Oh my god, is she fine?
Dude. It's stupid. It fucking upsets me a little bit.
Wait, is she like first generation Panamanian or is she a Panamanian immigrant?
She's half Panamanian, half like English via Texas. Yeah, so like
from Great Britain English.
But via Texas. Like,
yeah, but so she's a second generation Englishman?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty...
It's absurd. And her teeth are great.
Did she say words like...
Did you hear that bit?
Texas guy?
Did you hear that bit? And her teeth are great?
Honestly, it doesn't matter to me because I really don't want her to be using them when she's stopping me off.
Hey, there it is. No.
As long as the bitches don't catch me, I don't care.
We have a mixed race cook and a cook who is like full blown Mexican English second language, and it's like, why? You're not the only person of color that works here. Like, did you forget about Rosie? Like, what the fuck is this?
Is this bitch not paying attention to kindergarten or some shit like that? Because that's when we learned the colors.
I think the only color she saw was black and rich.
First off, that in itself bothers me on a level of, and not to make we're clearly here to have fun, so I'm not trying to make this too serious, but that fucking bugs me in the sense of, like, I didn't like the term when I was learning about American history and they like were talking about Jim Crow and shit like that and like talking about colored bathrooms and shit. And it's like, you don't mean colored bathrooms, you mean bathrooms for niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like you're doing that same exact thing.
Right, but on the opposite end of it. You know what I mean? Like,
that to me that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not great.
I'm already not a huge fan of the term people of color. Like, refer to people by their goddamn nationalities if you're going to do that. Otherwise, they're goddamn Americans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, you're a black American. I'm a white American.
We're talking over each other.
Yeah, we are.
Niggas out of practice.
Correct. It's whatever. We gotta stretch a little bit it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, listen, I just started hooping again. You know what I'm saying?
I started working out again too, man. I was starting to get like a sad beer little thing down here. You know.
I had this little face that it was making when I would sit down. Like, bro, I've never looked like that before. I was sexy.
Yeah, we're getting older too. We're getting older too. But check it out. Like, I still got like the fucking, you know, the lines and shit. But like, if I do this, I can fucking, you know what I mean?
If I lean over too far, it starts making a face and shit. I don't like that at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. This is not okay. This is absurd.
Being sexy, one of the only things I got going for me. I'm sexy and funny, nigga. I'm broke as hell other than that.
Oh, there we go. Fuck, I figured it out.
Bet, what were you looking for?
We're learning. Oh, shit. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening right now? It was weird. I like waved my hand over my phone and it started playing music for some reason.
Bro, that's that Android shit.
I mean, at least it's not Apple. I fucking missed you, man. Holy shit, dude. I missed the shit.
Nigga, why do you think I called you?
Probably
sitting around listening to people tell jokes, and I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm lonely. I could do that. That sounds like fun.
I think you could really do good, man.
I mean, you've been telling me, and I
don't know how good Savannah is as a town for
one things that happened to me recently, right? Because this is not necessarily related to what you were just saying, but it does involve going up on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I've been making friends down here, and I've had the pleasure of meeting several musicians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know I play.
You rap.
I don't just rap. I also play the drums.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. That's part of the reason why I wanted to, like, bring you down here to stuff.
And so I've been hanging out with some cats that Henry introduced me to, and a couple that I've met on my own. I've had the awesome opportunity to finally get back on the set and jam with the boys.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck
and so that's been happening every so often for the last couple of weeks or so, right? 3 days ago, I'm at the bar hanging out. Me and Henry are out. Just having a couple. We're trying to keep it casual. It did not wind up casual. I wound up going glow until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was fucking straight up.
It sounds like hanging out with Hank.
He wasn't there. Split up. He had to go home because we weren't supposed to be out.
Fine. Sounds like hanging out with you.
Fair. The truth hurts, boy. My heart. No, that's just the cocaine in its after effects.
Yeah, the palpitations. Palpitating and fucking.
No, hanging out. The homie was at the bar. We were having a couple drinks together. We were just talking about music. We wound up realizing that we fuck with a lot of the same music. He grabs his boy from down the bar. He's like, I'm trying to go jam. This dude plays the drums. I know you rip guitar. Let's get out of here.
Hell yeah.
So we go. I wound up hanging out with the homie until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day.
Hell yeah.
It's like talking about stuff, getting fucked up, and playing.
Pushing your one dread out of your face.
Actually, not doing that. I'm itching my nose. The tip of my nose keeps itching while I'm talking about this. Probably because I'm talking about coke. But you know, that psychosomatic reaction.
Probably.
No, but this is the important part. This leads back to where I got back. This leads to where I was actually trying to get to. Was while we were playing, he was like, yo, dog, I really fuck with the way you play because you play like a watch. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing all the extra fancy stuff. You are holding down the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to get this Talking Heads cover band started, and I think if you like their music and you want to play some of it, that we should get together and try to make this thing happen.
Hell yeah, dude.
Which is probably one of the coolest things that's happened to me since well before I lived in Philadelphia, or well before I moved out of Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Is the actually having the opportunity to join a band is something
that's sick.
happened.
You should do that, and that's sick. But like on the same note, like I was hanging out at my like local dive bar the other night, and like I went there after doing like a featured comedy set, and then me and a bunch of comics went to go do karaoke. And after we got to karaoke, like I got nothing, you know, like fucking blacked out, dude. You know, like I fucking completely like, and I wake up in my bed, and I'm like, I don't know how I got home, like.
Isn't it simultaneously the biggest sigh of relief and like,
but also the same like, what did I do?
Yeah, a terrifying question. What the fuck happened?
Like, did I fucking like ruin a relationship? Did like I like piss somebody off?
The scariest part is when nobody texts you the next morning to make sure you're okay or anything. Like it was just a cool night.
Yeah.
But you get so fucked up that you don't remember getting home, and you're just like. Nobody says anything. Nobody's saying anything to me. Did I fuck some shit up? Who the fuck did I cuss out?
I swear to God, when I looked at my bank statement to see if I Ubered, right? You know?
To see if you Ubered yourself home, right?
And I have no Uber charges, but I do have a charge from my local dive bar. I do not remember being there at all. And I'm like...
Bro, the last time I did that was like... It was like a month ago, bro. I woke up the next morning. Well, it was the next afternoon, and my roommate, I called him to be like, "Yo, what the fuck happened last night?" He's like, "I don't fucking know because we were both out partying together." He's like, "I don't fucking know, but I do know that you called me at like 10:30 in the morning. Like, bro, I'm walking home now."
Well, so the wild thing is like I know that I like left the or like I like when I blacked out roughly was like about 10:30 because like my set was my set was at like the show.
That's nice and early. You got that drinking in quick, boy.
Dude, so the show started at 6:30 and I was the fourth comedian on. And then after that I just drank like...
You said it started at 4:30?
6:30.
So you didn't go maybe until like 8:30?
No, I was the fourth comedian on. We 10-minute sets, so probably about 7:30 is when I went on. By that time, I had drank one pitcher of beer already.
I was in my 20s for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, so I drank one pitcher of beer already and like one IPA, which is... That's a grip already.
That's light work for my boy Dave. Come on now.
True. But I haven't even drank whiskey yet, you know? So fucking...
No, I mean, like, I got my one shot of whiskey, and I'm like, oh, man, I could use another, but I also cannot spend a ton of money on whiskey right now.
Well, so, like, then I went on, and my buddy Avery and my buddy Callan were still yet to go on, and, like the fucking Keith set that I was telling you about earlier, that shit... I'm standing here on the fucking... like this, like, colonial, like porch of an old colonial house, and I'm the third black guy to go in a row, and I'm, like, asking myself, like, why...
Oh, actually, I lied, bro. I did watch that one.
Oh, that one?
I'm on bullshit because for some reason you described the scene like 6 different times since we've been talking about like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Just now, it hit my dumb ass right in the forehead like, oh, you mean that dumbass plantation house he did his set at?
yeah, that's the one.
That shit with the blue house with the white porch. I'm
I'm like in the fucking full Joker get up.
It was definitely a white porch because they were surely selling niggas on that when it was built.
It is whitewashed, for sure. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, and what was amazing about it is that, like the only guy that, of all of them that I think was, like, for sure, like, Latino and black mixed, the Butcher Poet, or the poet Butcher, is the guy who brought me up. So really, I was sandwiched in between a bunch of black comedians, but however, Keith, who
which
like
knowing your act is within itself very funny.
And the fucking thing is that Whitey fucking knows. He knows me and he knows my act, and he's
seen you go before, so he knows exactly what's about to pop.
It's like, I'm gonna put you in between a bunch of like black murdering fucking comics. It felt similar to like doing black rooms in Philly, where I'm like,
also, let me
but
say
it's
this.
an all white audience, and they're like,
for the platforming services, I need to make this distinction. He's talking about murdering in the sense of comedy. These men are not criminals, allegedly. Oh, fuck you, bitch. Put your face in the screen.
He's just doing some gay shit over there. Some F to M transition shit.
Oh, wait, you talk about everything Andrew does?
Yeah, I said him, right? Did I fuck it up?
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Oh, jeez.
Already striking.
I love all of the people. Like, wait, is this gonna be considered hate speech? Have we already done it? We're fucking 20 minutes into the thing, and we already fucking. we can't even go 20 minutes without fucking saying something bannable and offensive. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Without everything we've been building falling apart, like, I'm trying to tell these stories and, like, keep conscious while telling them and not just, like, flow. Like, yeah, I should probably rework this part because I know how I am and this is not going to be a playable. And here we go. Andrew walks in the room, it all falls apart.
Well, he fucks everything up, you know? The one podcast that I had him on to try to be like, hey, you could be a part of this with me. We riff a lot. He just said the R word so much.
See, now that's why we can't have him on the podcast like that. Because between you and me, we're already covering so many bases of just offending the fuck out of people.
The fucked up thing is that it's all accurate, you know? You are an N-word, I am an F-word, and he is an R-word. So it's not hate speech, it's just describing ourselves. Like... Oh, my fucking cheeks hurt.
Oh, holy shit.
We're just talking about who we are, I don't know.
They just keep trying to censor me for letting me be who I am.
And the worst one about it all is yours. It's like, you know, I'm pretty straight presenting, but like, you're black as hell, dude.
I know, right? The locks definitely don't help because that's definitely like besides the afro, the locks are definitely like the hairstyle.
The fucked up thing is that they probably would let you get away with saying the F word just because you have like the cute little bang going on.
Just this right here. It's like, oh yeah, he's probably like Metro or something.
Oh, jeez.
You can't be all the way straight. Look at
But I gotta paint myself from here up to be able to say the N-word, you know? I'm fucking...
Please don't. I can only think of one thing, and I can tell you it has not gone well for your compatriots in the past.
The Joker, dude, paying it white.
Wait, so if I go Halloween this year as the Joker, and I paint my face white,
It's
that
white
might
face.
commit a hate crime.
No, they don't give a shit about white people. You're fine.
Larry Lands want to know.
They don't give a fuck about white people, dude. You're fine. God damn. We've done maybe the funniest bits we've ever done on a pod in the past 5 minutes. This is fucking good radio.
That's heat right there. Holy shit. I gotta
Let Andrew say the R word on YouTube. He's just talking about the condition.
Bro, do you think that
Let this R word speak their truth.
right, bro? He's got a doctor's note. He's good for it.
I'm fucking crying tears right now, dude. I'm crying actual tears. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit,
That's
dude.
amazing. Whatever you want to return.
I need to start curating my comedy, bro, because like
There's too many N-words in it.
I do try to buy what you're saying that I probably should at least try to go up, but before I even do that, I gotta see what it is that I'm about to be saying. I gotta at least get that far, because if I get that far and I hate my work, I will still be happy that I wrote it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I think you might be
Maybe overly sincere after us like going off for like 5 minutes.
I think that you might be like one of the comics that can like just have like 3 things they want to talk about and go up and rip about it. You know what I mean? Because like I
got bullet points.
I have to have like a very like almost lyrical written out thing. And then I play within that a little bit. But you know, like I'll you know, like my set list. I don't know if I've ever shown you a set list of mine, but it looks like this, where it's just like,
oh, you know, the writings of a serial killer.
well, one's just like,
I don't even know why you just lobbed that one to me. You know your handwriting, dogs.
it's like somewhere between hieroglyphics and graffiti. Like, it's bad. But no, I like my set list. This is how my set list reads for like a 10-minute set. Opener, shaving, dead kid, Tinder, dirty talk, fat phobic, mom punch, abortion laws, Polish, car ash, AIDS dick, Japanese girl, story, trans. That's how my fucking set list reads, dude. Like, that's a 10-minute set for me.
Mom punch and AIDS dick really just fucked me up.
Well, but like, I know what that joke is.
What that key's into. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I know.
I'll be right back.
Huh?
I'll be right back. I gotta take this. 2 seconds.
I'll entertain the people.
I'll leave you.
Hey. Comedy. All right. So, what's worse than wrecking your car drunk? Getting raped in jail afterwards.
Oh, man, there was something I wanted to talk about. Oh, fuck. Oh, shut the fuck up, you goofy motherfucker.
I can't stop it. It's so intrinsically who I am. I can't fucking deal with it. Oh man, dude. What was I gonna say?
Nah, man, it's fucking good to be back, bro. Don't nobody goof like we goof.
It's absurd, dude. I start talking to you, and like within like 30 seconds, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna make this bitch laugh so hard.
I don't even be trying. I just say the shit to come to me, and you just be like falling down. I'm like, oh god, this guy's a comedian. That one had to be good.
Also, I don't know why it is. Like, there's something about our energy that like it just fucking works, dude.
Yeah, for sure. The chemistry is official.
I don't want to call us newsboys. Because we don't talk about the news. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a beer.
We are boys, however.
We are boys. That's a fact.
I'm a firm believer in the boys being allowed to have fun, bro.
What the hell?
What
the hell? Boys can't fucking have fun anymore? What the hell is that?
Guys can't get drunk and hit their wife anymore? What the hell?
The hell is this?
I thought we were just being guys.
Every once in a while, you should give her a little schmack. You just tried everything else and just give her a little schmack. You know? Oh, fuck.
Bro, the craziest part about it is when I heard that interview, it was well after the point
of him dying.
It's not okay. But
of him being dead.
It was the point where it was okay to beat your wife, right? But I looked at him and I was like, I looked at him and I was like,
well, after the point where it was okay to beat your wife, but I went to be like, oh, he was dead already.
I'm worried about
who gives a shit? The guy's dead. What are we gonna fucking cancel his corpse?
I'm worried about current concerns. I'm wondering when it's gonna be okay for me to smack her again. Because sometimes these bitches get unruly.
Often they ask for it. I think that's when it's okay. It's when they're like, all right, smack me in the face, and you're like, you have one here, and they're like, you know what I mean? When you're like, all right, I get what you're about. Okay,
I'm not gonna get in trouble for this. What up, bitch?
Is this cancelable? Have we gotten canceled yet?
You know what I have been slightly afraid of since I moved down to the South and started garnering some attention from some fully Southern women?
The KKK?
No, fuck them. I'm gonna just get a gun. Nigga, this is the South. I'm allowed to have those. No, it's the moment when I meet the one who's on that shit where it's like, let me call you this in bed. I have to make the distinction of, are you hot enough?
I feel like
are you hot enough for this to be worth it? Because I know this is setting black people back. However, I'm a selfish nigga and I don't care about none of them niggas that I don't know.
Bro, I feel like that's a personal choice. You know what I mean? And like, if she makes your dick
my whole thing
real hard, you know what I mean? Like, not like you're making your heart, but like, you know, then throw some cake on it. You know what I mean?
Part of me is afraid that if it happens mid-coitus, I'm killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're just immediately gonna make her pregnant, and now like Roe v. Wade's a weird thing.
Nut button, like back. Like I don't want that. Like
just take a page out of your boy's book and like only come in the ass. With black guys, it had been taking this thing. No. Let me do this bit because it's a good bit. I think maybe. Like,
we going to them abortion clinics.
Yeah, just like if fucking black dudes have been fucking girls in the ass for a long time now, like there would be less, like child. What the fuck? I'm fucking it up because I'm not having shit. Social services would need half as many.
Oh, you bitch.
Just what's the payment that you give to kids? I don't remember. That's called. I'm fucking it up. Oh. Anyway, all that shit would be. I'm just saying, come in the ass. It solves so many problems, and Jesus doesn't know about it, so you're fucking good on all fronts.
I'm about to tell that to the next Catholic girl I meet.
Jesus doesn't know about it. There's no child payment or whatever the fuck. I'm white. I don't. I'm white. I don't understand.
Oh, that was a fantastic setup, you fucking bitch. I see what you fucking did.
We didn't say any hate speech, right? Oh, jeez. I'm literally crying. Ugh. Oh, this R word's back again.
What's up, Pop? How you living?
He's just staring dimly into the freezer, wondering what he can put into his TikTok face.
You know what they say about autistic dudes? They got problems with social interaction and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised.
He doesn't even have headphones on. This is magical. I don't know. Is it weird if you call him by his name and then maybe he comes over and talks to you?
Give him a shot. Oh, Andrew.
The fuck do you want from me?
Come say hi, you fucking bitch. What?
You want to suck my balls? I'm fucking high.
That made sense. When he turned around to say, like, what do you want from me? His eyes looked more red than white. And I was just like, alright. This is what's going on.
Niggas hiring giraffe pussy right now, huh?
When the talked get that high, you know what I mean? Like, they don't want to talk to people. Yeah, I'll eat some wontons,
I can relate to that. Because when I get really high, I expect to talk to people like I'm talked.
Yeah, it just intensifies the thing, you know what I mean? If it wasn't a thing already, it soon becomes
one.
And if you're already talked, which we've established,
you just add fuel to the fire.
You know what I mean? Then it's just it's a double down situation.
Yo, so one of my homies recently really got into Cobra Tate.
What a gem of a man. What a fucking stunner, dude.
Bro, the fact that we even got to talk laughing, this just fucking exacerbates my point.
Yo, Christina P. even was like, you're gonna watch him and be like, he knows he's like entertaining, you know, he knows he's doing like a bit. But then all of a sudden you'll be like, is this fucking guy right? Christina P is saying, like, I think he's fucking right, dude.
Can I get a moment of sincerity here on that one?
What? What?
I fuck with Andrew Tate a little bit. I'm not a believer.
I fuck with Andrew Tate. I'm not a believer. I'm not joining his cult or his fucking...
Yeah, fuck that. You're wild.
However, Trump level hilarious.
Exactly. Where it's like, I've not met a dude so aggressively problematic that has also made me laugh that hard instantly. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this can't...
What is it when he goes, he's like, so a girl tells me, like, well, what do I have to do to get you to pay to touch me? And I said to her, bitch.
No, it's like, the one that really got me, though...
It's so fucking good.
He said, I tell a bitch, bring me 2 coffees, and if she don't bring me 2 coffees, it proves to me that she doesn't respect me. Nigga! Not even gonna drink the second coffee. I just want her to bring it to me as a sign of respect. Why is she not bringing you 2 coffees?
Yo,
did you not hear the story you just told?
This is why I know that Elon Musk is not a misogynist cult leader. It's because, like, he would be like, that's inefficient. You know? You're like, what? Why waste a coffee? Give it to someone that needs it. You're gonna, like, give it to an engineer that is gonna create, like, the God machine I'm working on. You know, like,
yeah, fuck you.
Andrew Tate is trying to create a cult where bitches just fuck him and do OnlyFans. Elon Musk is trying to create a thing smarter than he is that will inevitably kill him. He's doing suicide the long way via machine. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Musk is doing. Musk is like, how can I get a machine so smart that it will kill me for being this smart?
I'm gonna make a machine so smart it creates its own OnlyFans. Whereas
fucking Andrew Tate's just like, put a dildo in your ass and give me the money.
The fucked up part about this is while he's English, he speaks in a Pan-American accent.
Tate? No, Tate was like partially raised in America.
His dad is a fucking chess master from England.
Well, but then they moved to
I'm saying the way that he speaks now, he doesn't have a British accent like crazy.
Well, he's got like a weird 3-piece accent. He's got like an American non-regional accent mashed with like a London accent, mashed with like an Eastern European accent because he lives in Eastern Europe now. It's a fucking...
Yeah, because this motherfucker's buying up Croatian casinos.
Yeah, that's where you can get girls to do porn the easiest. You know? We've all seen Gonzo. Am I wrong? Like fucking...
One of my favorites.
They're all 2 minutes, but you get everything you need. Like...
That's aggressively Eastern European porn. I don't even know.
Like, we got 17 guys and a 14-year-old girl. Let's figure it out real quick. Oh, but like, on X video, they're 18. Yeah, fucking sleep with that at night.
Are you guys doing a video podcast?
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching this shit.
Yeah, it gets weird and problematic when you start to think about it too much. Yes, we are, indeed, Andrew.
I was like, wait a minute.
Talk is trying to fucking ask me questions if we're like, he's like, are we doing the real video podcast?
The answer is no.
No, we're not.
Why'd you have to look at him like you were lying?
That's funnier, I don't know.
You both said the same thing, but that shit meant something completely different.
I was trying to ask you this way earlier. Do you know Game Grumps?
Negative.
Okay. Well, excuse me. Okay.
All right, get it started.
Beer caught up to me. So Game Grumps is like two dudes that do like podcast streamer. Jesus Christ. YouTube comedy where they just like riff on like, you know, like one of the dudes playing a video game or like them like doing like couch co-op where like if the guy dies they like pass the controller back and forth. Generally in Dark Souls that's what they've done. But
that just gave me an idea.
It made me feel like fuck, me and Will should do this, one, and two, like immediately, like when they're doing a game capture stream or whatever, they're not like we're taking this game seriously at all. Like we're just doing as many.
I was just
bits.
thinking, if we streamed our Cuphead adventures, yeah, we are definitely Game Grumps while we're playing that game.
Yo, you should watch the Game Grumps fucking Cuphead stream. You're gonna be like.
I was gonna say is the funniest sitting on a gaming session I've ever personally experienced. I was the one being laughed at. It was me and my buddy Ryan, right? We're fucking playing Resident Evil 5, which is a co-op game. I'm sure you're aware as a fan of the series, right?
It's not a good game in the series, but it's a game.
No, it's not. The mechanics are god awful.
Yeah, bad. It's janky. It's like
we're
similar to
we
Ron's
are playing this game, and we are on the second level, and we are fighting so hard between us that it is becoming between our gameplay coordination. Because we were sucking so hard.
Yeah.
Or one guy goes down, he's like, fuck, you need me to pick you up again? You suck. You're trash. Why did I team up with you? And me and him to this day, if I bring up the worst fight we've ever had, he immediately will say Resident Evil 5 almost broke our friendship.
Yeah. I mean, if we weren't like already doing like comedy podcast recording and stuff before playing Cuphead together, I could see. You know what I mean? Like I could see like it getting heated and like and being weird. Speaking of stuff, and we don't have to launch into, but within this format, we can very easily play games and talk shit. What you watching?
What am I watching? So
probably some fucking weeb shit.
No,
right?
I watched the final season of Stranger Things recently.
Oh,
not the final season, but the last season that they released.
Yeah, season 4.
Watched that. Yeah, I watched that.
Let's talk
I didn't
about
watch
it.
all
Let's
of
get
it,
into
but
it.
I watched most of it.
Let's get into it. I fucking loved it.
70%. But I'm not great on this because I don't watch a whole bunch of television, so I'm missing a bunch of stuff from the Stranger Things lore. I haven't watched any of the first 2 seasons.
First 3?
I watched some of the 3rd season. I didn't watch none of the first 2 seasons.
Oh, the first season's great. It's worth it.
That's what I heard.
The first season was incredible, and like
I wasn't really into it because they had a bunch of child protagonists, and I wasn't really feeling the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's good. It's good. It's very like E.T. and like
it is. They did a really good job of making the retro thing not like a niche. You know what I mean?
In the first season, in season 2 and 3, it becomes a trope. It becomes a trope that I didn't really care for. I didn't really like season 2 was okay. Season 3 was pretty bad as far as I'm concerned. But 4 fucking wrapped it all back up because now like your kid like the kid, group of kids, like the kid protagonists are like now approaching adulthood. Like they're all like,
yeah, and they're going. I really like that. I like the fourth season. I didn't really understand a bunch of the context to it, but watching them in all their different spheres and realizing like these niggas used to be a unit and they like grown apart was very much a thing that I'd experienced in my own life, and like that gave it a sense of realism to the because Stranger Things is really weird as a show, right? Because it's a kind of a very adult show with its existential themes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it also has that you can't make a show like
Nostalgia.
that stars children and have it be so crazy heavy all the time. So there's that aspect of levity to it as well. You know what I'm saying?
There's like nostalgia while also like kind of almost being like a PG movie in tone in places. You know, but like then there's times where like brutal murder happens, and you're like
kind of caught it there at the end, and it like I didn't have all the context, but having people like tell me a little bit about the backstory, I realized like, oh, this is why I'm attaching myself to this, because normally, I'm not the type of person to get very attached to a television show. You know what I'm saying? But I realized like that, it was speaking to me in a way that like they did a very good job portraying the way that even as close as you could be as a youth with some cats, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember my elementary school friend group looked wild. It was an Egyptian nigga, it was me, it was the son of a pastor, it was a Jewish kid
is
who
that
ran
the
a
first
deli.
N-word that we've dropped on the... He was Egyptian.
You know what I mean?
It's fine.
Like, my elementary school friend group was a ragtag group of misfits. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't fighting no demons.
But he was Egyptian, so, you know.
As long as he doesn't fuck my sister, it's all good.
Well, I guess I'm a horrible N-word. That can all be gems. All right. No.
That one was. That was rose quartz. You know what I'm saying?
What I liked about Stranger Things season 4 was one, it brought me back to the nostalgia. It didn't beat me over the head with the nostalgia. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think they had time in the show with all the things that they were doing.
Well, it felt like they had like a place to actually go to, rather than like in season 2 and 3. I felt like they were like, how much nostalgia can we pack into this?
I felt like a movie.
And then like after that, it felt like, all right, what are they gonna do? You know, in this it was like we know what they're doing, and then it was like, all right, but it's also in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like that.
Right. Like the Metallica Ride the Lightning scene was incredibly just like you're just playing to like 30-year-old metalheads at that point. I mean, but like, also it was fucking sick.
Like, and you know me, I'll fucking be an emo bitch and cry over fucking media real quick. So like,
oh dude, me too.
Well, yeah, but like it's different with us. Like you'll like somebody will be like, "What you gonna go? And then you'll be like, he's such a good dad. And I'm like,
oh, fuck off. That is true, though.
I don't care. And then like, like with me, it's just like, yeah. And then will she ever be rejoined with her lesbian lover? And I'm like, I fucking hope she will. And you're like, yeah, I don't know. Last of Us Part 2, it was cool. I didn't cry. It's like, like, it's a different thing. It is both gay and sad.
I think very gay over some media.
And sad. And definitely
and sad. And sad.
It is gay and sad. But we just, like, if it's Japanese, you're fucking into it. And if it's like, like, I really liked this girl, even though I'm like not a normal person, it's like, yeah, it fucking gets me. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, you're missing the point here where anime does that all the time. Just wish I was normal so she would actually like me.
There's this joke that another comic like busted on me. It was like a riff that I was talking. I was just like, yeah, I don't understand why I always end up dating fucking weeb girls. I don't even give a shit about anime. And he just looked at me and he goes, dude, you're so sad. They love that shit.
Yeah, they fucking do.
And I was like, fuck, I'm guts. Like, God damn it.
That is the guy.
I want to be Henry Rollins, but it turns out I'm fucking Guts.
Hold on though. Guts is the guy to be because you could also be Griffith.
No, fuck that. I am not Griffith. I hate that motherfucker on a visceral level. Like I want to kill a person that is not real. like I want to torture to death this human being. While also being like, but I get you.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't understand it. Fuck Berserk. Fuck that fucking show.
Let's go into a little Berserk dissection here.
God damn it! No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Ah! Fine.
The whole physical point of, emotionally, Griffith was far gone as soon as Guts left. Fucking boyfriend left him. He fell apart. However, physically,
you have to be so gay about it. Like fucking, just be like, all right, I'm awesome, and I have my own person as me. But no, he wasn't a full person. He needed Guts to validate him, and he's a fucking cunt, and I hate him.
Hold up. This is actually a very interesting piece of analysis.
We're losing viewers that don't exist by the second.
I had to stop doing the other things that I was doing while I was doing this podcast to fully hone in on this specific bit, which is, you just brought up something that I never really thought of previously.
Fuck.
Which is, Griffith, as well put together as he was the whole time from when you meet him in part 1, right? He always seems like he knows what's going to happen, knows what's going on, is put together, is confident, is powerful, right? He was still, with all of that, never whole.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. The whole thing makes me very uncomfortable.
Huh? Sorry, I didn't hear the last
Fine, we can talk about it. It just makes me very uncomfortable. It's a fucking...
Yeah, we don't have to go into it. I just thought that was a very interesting bit that I think you pulled up.
No, it's true. It's true.
I think you kind of pulled that out offhand, and it really sparked some thought within.
Yeah, because he's a vacuum. He's a fucking black hole of a character.
Nothing's ever enough.
Nothing's ever enough. He's a fucking black hole of a character.
He's accomplishing, but it's never enough to satisfy that voice in his head that tells him he needs to be something.
Yeah, he's got borderline personality disorder. He's a fucking crazy bitch.
Borderline.
No, I do think that, I don't know. I'm not a fucking psychologist, but, if I were to guess that, what the fuck was going on there, that's what I would guess is borderline personality disorder. And the reason they say borderline is because
the word borderline because he goes full
I would say borderline personality disorder with narcissistic and sociopathic tendencies.
Yeah, for sure.
You know. Whereas Guts, I think it's just maybe complex post-traumatic stress disorder.
What else have I really been into lately? Because I don't want to. If we're gonna do Berserk, that's gonna take up the whole discussion. You know what I mean?
I don't want to talk about Berserk. I hate it. I love it. I like it. I hate it.
I love Berserk. It was traumatizing and intense and horrific. But all in all, there have never most movies with real people in them, let alone in animation, have made me feel the set of feelings that I felt watching that fucking 5-hour trilogy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I called you immediately after I got done.
I know, that was one of the funniest conversations I've ever had with you.
Yeah, you
I'm
were
like, oh,
sitting on your weed
this is the fucking
throne,
guy.
being
This is the fucking guy who
like
shits on me
weed
every time we
dad.
talk.
I'm like,
fucking
no,
anime.
we'll talk you down from Berserk now. Let's talk you down from Berserk. It's fucking weed dad. You know what I mean? Like, it fucking. I felt like a child, like calling my parent, like, you were right about bank accounts or
Mom, I
whatever
watched
the
a scary
fuck.
movie and now it's not okay.
This fucking upset me. It upset me so much.
No, listen, with good reason.
That moment when the fucking, I will give it that, like, kind of fuck Berserk, but also like, it's kind of brilliant, but like, kind of fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, with that moment when like the fucking universe melts and moves into another thing.
Oh, when that stone on his neck falls into the lake and everything starts happening.
Dude, like, I was like, oh, this is like what death is like. Like, you know, I've done TMT. Like, this is what fucking death is like.
Like those people who said that they were still alive and wandered into actual hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of shit that they were fucking talking about. Like, I thought I had been scared on LSD.
Dude. Fuck it so hard. Ugh.
God
damn it. And then when like they fucking push fucking Guts fucking head down and she's like, don't look at me, Guts. Like, fuck you, dude.
Right here that you just said.
I can't.
Was the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen in animation history, period. It's the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen in visual media because it reminded me about how my ex-wife chose heroin over me and I had to watch it happen. That's dark.
Yeah!
That's fucking dark, nigga.
Can we stop talking about it now?
Yeah, I was trying to change the subject.
It's the fucking worst. Although I will say, like, you know, like my whole like, anime is just full of like, you know, bubblegum bullshit, which is 90% true. Berserk.
85% roughly, I would say. But you're mostly correct, for sure.
Fuck.
That shit sucked. If you're in a dark shit like that, I would recommend that you watch The Promised Neverland.
I don't think I ever want to go back to dark anime. I think I'm good.
Yeah, because that shit is fucking mean, bro.
I'm done with it, dude.
Spirited.
I'm done. I'm fucking over
Like,
it.
I never wanted to watch A Clockwork Orange again after I watched it the first time, and then I watched Berserk, and I'm like, oh man, why did I do this?
Berserk's worse.
Oh, 100%.
But it's tough. It's worse in a different reason. It's worse in a different way.
I think A Clockwork Orange is a lot of it is so far beyond the realm of realism. It's real, but it's not, right? Berserk is like, you can just look at it in time and there's a story.
Singing in the rain.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like Berserk, you can look back in time and see a story that looks
raping a girl, like that's it's unsettling in this way that like is like selling itself as this like bubble gum.
Yeah. You're trying to put up a veneer of like sweetness.
It's like funny games. It's like this juxtaposition of like ha 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 ha.
Right.
That is unsettling in a different way than Berserk, where it's just like, no, we're gonna take you to like the worst. Like, imagine the worst possible trip about your specific trauma and insecurities, and then we're gonna put you through that.
Dog, the craziest part is, it's like our traumas are not specific to each other. Personally,
I don't know. It hit real home for me.
It really fucked my head up intensely after I watched it the first time.
God,
it wasn't even the things that happened in the movie that correlated in the same way that you did. It was a lot of the other stuff.
Can we move on to something lighter like Ukraine and Russia or something?
No, I'm going to talk more about the stuff that I've been watching lately.
I just want to talk about something less serious, like what the government's doing. Oh, fuck me. Alright.
Dude, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. I wasn't supposed to be doing this. Well, berserk.
Alright. I'm going to stop the recording and then start it back up. Right? Okay, so that's not fair?
I mean, you don't have to stop it.
Of the recording. The recording, not the...
Oh, you can't go out with me, can you?
Well, I mean, I can, probably, but I'm saying I'm going to stop the recording. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Can I do it with my phone?
Can you switch over?
Can I jump over?
I don't think you're going to be able to.
I don't think I'm going to be able to capture it. All right.